What's going on, guys? BouseFeenux here, and with this video, we'll finally have covered the last of the Blade Master weapons. So today, let's take a look at the hunting horn in Monster Hunter World. Conceptually, the hunting horn is fairly simple. It's basically a big hammer that plays songs to buff your teammates with. As you attack, you store notes on a staff, and if you have the right notes in a specific order, you can play a song that imparts a buff to your teammates. The hunting horn is also massive in size and boasts pretty incredible range for a Blade Master weapon. Don this thing and you'll pretty much become the life of the party. But that being said, there's a reason why hunting horn is one of the least played weapons in the game. It's not super flashy, it's a little intimidating to get into, and many people find it to be unwieldy with slow attacks. All in all, it's kind of tough to fight with effectively, but those who are comfortable with this weapon are invaluable to any group. Group is the key word here, as while you can most certainly use the hunting horn solo, it really shines in a squad setting. And if you like support roles in the games that you play, or you play a bard in D&D, throw on a few wide-range decorations, pick up a hunting horn, and bam, you're now the group healer and buff giver. As far as hunting horn strategy goes, attacking a monster is going to be a lot like using the hammer. The hunting horn is a blunt weapon and deals KO damage when you strike the monster on the head. Deliver enough hits and you can knock the monster out, allowing you to get some more punishment in. While doing that, you'll need to make sure you keep close eye on what buffs you have up, and you can see what buffs you have active on the top left of your screen above your health bar. The song list on the top right shows this as well. The song will be highlighted in green if it's active, and purple if you've got the maximum version of a buff. We'll talk about how to achieve all that in the moveset section of the video, but real quick, you can tell if your teammates are in earshot of your horn by the little sonar icon next to their health bars. Make sure you're giving those buffs to everyone on the team. So to kind of summarize all the ideas so far, you're in this balancing act of attacking the monster and making sure you've got a constant stream of buffs for your teammates. Advanced hunting horn players, which is a group I most certainly do not belong to, are able to do both at the same time. They'll plan ahead for what song they need to play and execute that combo on a monster. As a new hunting horn user, don't feel bad if you have to step away from the fight to get a song off every now and then. Just make sure you're still carrying your weight and you get back in there. No matter how useful your buffs are, you still gotta help fight the monster. With the basic concepts out of the way though, let's take a look at the moveset. Simply put, you have 3 basic attacks that correspond to 3 different notes. Triangle is note 1 and gives you a side swipe left. Circle is note 2 and gives you a side swipe right, and lastly, triangle circle is note 3 and gives you a rising swipe that causes you to do a little backstep. Inputting the same note or doing the same attack twice in a row gives you a follow-up move for each input type. So triangle triangle gives us the side swipe into the overhead smash, circle circle gives us a side swipe right into the double side swipe right, and triangle plus circle twice gives us the rising swipe into a downward smash. As a note here, the hunting horn is a free-flowing weapon and you can chain any combination of these attacks together. As a pro tip, you can do these follow-up moves without having to do the attack before them. To do that, press forward on the thumbstick from neutral and do whichever attack you want. So for example, forward plus triangle puts us right into the overhead smash, forward plus circle gives us that double hit, and so on. Now notice that as we're attacking, the musical staff on the left side of the screen fills up with notes. This is where you stock your melody, and you can stock up to 3 melodies at a time. You can play a stocked melody by pressing R2, and it'll play them in order from top to bottom. If you want to play a specific melody first, pressing R2 plus triangle will start you with the second melody, and pressing R2 plus circle will start you with the third melody. To extend the duration of a melody, or play a more powerful version of it, you can play the melody twice, or when your character flashes during their performance, you can press R2 again for an encore. So for example, I play attack up L on my Basil hunting horn and press R2 again during the performance to give me attack up XL. The important thing to note here with the hunting horn is that there are shortcuts, and one of the most important ones comes in the form of a flourish. During your second circle attack or forward circle, you can press any of the 3 notes while you're finishing the attack animation, and this will stock that note without having to actually do the attack. So again, here on my Basil hunting horn, if I want to play attack up L, which is note 1, 2, 3, and 1, I can press triangle, forward circle, then triangle circle during that attack, and then press triangle again. Did you see that I skipped the triangle circle attack animation, but I still got the note on my staff? Another important shortcut is the poke. After any attack, you can turn the next attack in that chain into a poke by holding back on the analog stick and pressing the attack button. So if I do a triangle attack, then press back and circle, I'll do a poke instead of the circle attack. This still counts as a note, and you can turn any of these 3 notes into a poke. Note here that the poke does do a little bit of slashing damage, so while not very likely, it is possible to cut tails with this move. Now I realize that all of this is probably really confusing when it's all spelled out, so let me show you an example of how to apply this. I've got my Teostra horn and I want to play Scoutfly power up. It's 3 note 2s in a row. I could just circle attack 3 times, but I may not have the opening for that. So what I can do is forward plus circle and input the second circle during the forward circle attack, then finish it off with a back circle for a poke. I was able to play the 3 notes using only 2 attacks, and I did it much quicker than just doing the 3 attacks in a row. These concepts may take some getting used to, but it's definitely something you have to get down if you're going to be playing Hunting Horn. And like I said, sometimes you actually want to land every hit in the combo, but sometimes you'll need to take the shortcuts. It's all about assessing the situation and using the right tool for the job. You may not be able to do all that right away, but just keep practicing. You'll get it. But that about covers it for the moveset portion of the video. Let's talk about different hunting horns and helpful armor skills. When building a hunting horn, it's important to take into account what songs it can play. Every hunting horn has 3 notes and the same moveset, but they can each have a different set list of songs available to them. To see what songs each horn is capable of, press R2 on the Smithy screen and it'll show you this menu on the right-hand side. Every horn has the self-improvement song available to it, which is always just 2 note 1s in a row. The first time you play it, you get a movement speed increase, and if you encore or play it a second time, you get Mind's Eye, meaning your attacks won't bounce off of monsters. With all this in mind, if you're going to be playing a lot of hunting horn, it's a really good idea to have a collection of them. My personal recommendations are the Dodo Gama horn, as it's basically an improved version of the bagpipes and the ore tree, the Nergigante horn for the earplugs and the affinity boost, the Basil horn for the recovery speed and attack up large, and then the Teo horn for all elements negated and abnormal status attack. The Teo horn makes Valhazak a breeze with all the ailments negated because this includes his effluvium buildup as well. And 2, once you've got a collection of horns going, you can just pick and choose the specific ones that fit different scenarios. On the armor skill side of things, you can basically go for the same stats you would when building a hammer. Attack up, weakness exploit, and any other damage skills are great, but one thing you need to make absolutely sure you have is Horn Maestro, as it increases the duration of your buffs. This is a pretty easy skill to get, and it only has 1 level, so if you have a sonorous gem, throw that on and you're good to go. But that about covers our beginner's look at hunting horn, guys, and while this is a beginner's guide, I don't really recommend this weapon for new players. The better horns aren't available until you get further in the game, and managing the buffs while attacking is pretty difficult for even advanced hunters at first. On top of that, every time you switch horns, you pretty much have to relearn a new muscle memory as all the songs are different. But that being said, mastering this weapon brings massive utility to your team, and your squad mates are going to absolutely love you for using this. Good hunting horn users are without a doubt the unsung heroes of Monster Hunter, so I tip my hat to you guys. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video or learned something new, don't forget to leave a like down below to show your support, and if you're new here, get subscribed so that you never miss a new video. Also, if you're looking for a place to hang out and hunt with other players on Xbox One or PS4, join my Discord by using the link in the description below. Until next time though, I'm BouseFeenux, I'll see you at the next one, and as always, thank you so much for watching.